Yeah, so we are learning sectors of Indian economy. And now we are going to see today the organized and unorganized sectors. Okay, so here, are you ready for economics? Ready for economics? Yes, thank you. Now, we saw how activities are classified on the basis of production. If that is that the only criterion? Let us see how employment or work conditions affect this classification. Now read the stories of Kanta and Kamal given in the box on page number 30. As I said, though these are stories, you are going to read these stories because this there will be 20 questions, 1 mark questions asked. Okay, related to it. Maybe personal responses also. So do not skip anything. What is the most obvious difference that you notice? Now we will do this later. Okay. Now the story of Kanta and Kamal. Kanta's work structure is fixed in terms of work, salary, job security, etc. Whereas Kamal, on the other hand, may or may not be engaged in a work on a daily basis. He thus also lacks job security. So organized sector. The structure in which Kanta works is called as the organized sector. It has a set of rules and regulations defined by the government that help those employed in it enjoy the security of employment. Okay. Often the employee may also be looked after financially post retirement. So, in an organized sector, what does an organized sector mean? That like your father, mother, myself, we are all working in an organized sector where the number of days are fixed, the number of holidays are fixed, there are paid leaves, there are medical leaves, there are different facilities like the graduate is there, then after retirement they get some amount as providential fund is also one of the facility given to them, so they enjoy, or rather they feel that they have a security of earning money. Okay, so they enjoy the security as well as in the employment and after the retirement also, yes, pension also. So all these things, when a person is getting all these things, a fixed salary is there per month. There is an increment after a year or two, as depends on totally on the organization or the institute where you're working. But all these facilities are there. Whereas if we compare, if we go to the next slide, it is an unorganized sector. So unorganized sector is like whatever facilities are given. There are no hard and fast rules and regulation. There is no fixed time of working. There is no salary paid. Okay, there are no leaves. If you take a leave, that day's payment you don't get. So all these insecurities are there in the non-organized sector. Okay. So let us read the slide now. Kamal's work classified, or and of course no retirement is there because then there is no such bond, or we can see some offer letter or something which tells you that you are being employed with us for a particular span of year, a particular span of time. Okay, so no retirement funds, no provident fund, no pension, no medical leave. All these come under unorganized. The Kamal's work classifies under the unorganized sector. A lot of policies, that is, rules and regulation, depend directly upon the employer's interest. So those persons who are hiring these people in an unorganized sector, it depends totally on them whether they have to call them on at a particular time. There are going to be some rules and regulations or no. Okay. Whereas in an organized sector, they are bound to do all these things. They are bound to set the rules and regulations. Okay. There are very few or no provisions for workers of this sector, unorganized sector. Okay. So, have you noticed examples of people working in the unorganized sector within the city? Come on, let's have at least 5 different ideas from this class. So, you can tell me the names of people who come under the unorganized sector. Yes, laborers. In factories, no, they are not factories as such. Yes, local artisans, correct, Shubham Baraskar. When they are working in the factories, they have salaries. Okay. Yes. The laborers who are standing in the labor shop, they have been hired for a short time of period or 1 day. Minimum is 1 day or few hours also. Okay. So there they don't have a security. They are on wages and not salary. There is a difference. Salary is per month and it is fixed for a year or two. Whereas wages are not fixed. There can be a bargain. Security guards also, that like sometimes they have an institution who provide security guards, so there are rules and regulations. So at times if they it is like if they come from an institute, they are being a salaried person and they come under organized sector. Okay. Local artisans, wage workers, who else? Yes, construction site. Yes, Sakshat, correct. The people who work on construction site. Then who else? The plumbers who are not associated with any institute. Okay, the plumbers, the electricians, right? The painters of the building and all. Those who take a contract, if the contractor gives them a work, then yes, artisans. So they get a wages. They like if you have to paint, say a building, it will take 2 days. So for you will be paid only for 2 days. Okay. Yeah, like dump truck, yes, that comes in the morning. Then the people who are loading and unloading the trucks, okay, for like goods, maybe the people who are shifting from one place to another, they are loading and unloading their furniture and all those stuff. Okay, so all these people come under unorganized sector. So you are very weavers also, yes. Yes. So we will be reading the story of Kanta, division of sectors as organized and unorganized. Okay. Okay. Yes. Not a bit. It is totally. You should have a very good knack of math to understand the paragraph and study it and answer the questions asked. Okay. So that's what all subjects are interlinked. You cannot skip any. You cannot take any subject lightly. Okay. Okay. Kanta works in an office. She attends her office from 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. She gets her salary regularly at the end of every month. In addition to the salary, she also gets provident fund as per the rules laid down by the government. So now Kanta, as you have understood that the timings are fixed. Okay. Then the salary is fixed per month. The provident fund is that which comes under the government rule, and government rules are applied to the organized institutions or sectors. Okay, so these are the 3 points. Remember these. If the timing is given, that means you have to understand that the timing is fixed, the salary is fixed, the rules are followed of government. This you understand from the first three sentences what I have read. Okay. She also gets medical and other allowances. So different medical facility she gets. Kanta does not go to office on Sundays. So weekly holiday is there. So as per the government rule, so you can't make person work continuously. Okay. After 10 days, you have to give a break. That is why there is a weekly break. And of course, if at all you call for any like emergency on an emergency ground, you call your employees, then it should be more, it should not extend that continuous 10 days. After continuous 10 days of the work, the employee has the right to take a holiday. Rather, the institute should provide a holiday. It's a government rule. And if you are an employee and you don't get a holiday, you can go to the court. Thus, allowances are given. Then rules and regulations are followed by the government in two cases. How? Provident fund and weekly off. Okay. this is a paid holiday. So if she is taking an off on Sunday, she is being paid for that. It's not that she is not going on Sunday, so her salary is being cut. Okay. When she joined work, she has given an appointment letter stating all the terms and conditions of work. So there is a paperwork done where which gives you a security, right? So all these are the features. If you see the story, you enjoy it, but you have to take the meaning of it. Okay, you have to take what exactly that story tells you. It tells you the features of the organized sector. What are the features? Fixed timing, work times, fixed salary, then facilities like provident fund, medical allowances, weekly off, okay, and the security by giving a appointment letter. So five features of organized sector we are learning from this short story. Okay. Now let us go to the Kamal's story. Kamal is Kanta's neighbor. He is daily wage laborer in a nearby grocery shop. He goes to the shop at 7:30 in the morning and works till 8 p.m. in the evening. So more than 12 hours. Okay. And here in India, it is like 8 hours. Minimum working is 8 hours. Okay. So his minimum working hours are 12. So he is being exploited, you can see, time wise. He gets no other allowance apart from his wages. Wages, they are not saying salary, they are saying wages. Okay. So no other allowance is there. He is not paid the days he does not work. When he takes a holiday, whether it is weekly off or whether he has some issues and he takes in holiday, maybe he is not feeling well, relatives functions, and the day he takes off is not paid for that particular day. Okay. He has therefore no leave or paid holidays, nor was he given any formal letter saying that he has been employed in the shop. He has been employed. He can be asked to leave any time by his employer. So see the insecurity, the working hours, the allowances are not given, no facilities are given to him, no provident fund, no medical facilities, no weekly off. Okay. So this is what are the features of unorganized sector. Getting it? So Kanta works in the organized sector. Organized sector covers those enterprises or places of work where terms of employment are regular and therefore people have assured work. Sure, there is a surety of work. Okay. They are registered by the government and have to follow its rules and regulations. So the government sets up some rules and regulations which are mandatory, which are compulsory for the institute to follow, which are given in various laws such as Factory Act, Minimum Wages Act, Payment of Gratuity Act, Shops and Establishment Act, etc. It is called organized because it has small formal processes and procedures. Some of these people may not be employed by anyone but may work on their own. But they too have to register themselves with the government and follow the rules and regulations. So maybe it is a small firm, maybe it is a one man show, one person's business. Then too he has to be registered. His institute, his business has to be registered with the government, and he should also follow the rules and regulations set up by the government. Workers in the organized sector enjoy security of employment. They are expected to work only a fixed number of hours. If they work more, they have to be paid overtime by the employer. They also get several other benefits from the employer. Now, what are those? Let us see. They get paid leaves, payment during holidays, provident fund, gratuity, etc. So provident fund in between also, but gratuity they get only after they leave the institute or they get retired. Okay, they are supposed to get medical benefits, and under the laws, the factory manager has to ensure facilities like drinking water, a safe and working environment, Now with this pandemic, you must have also seen the changes that they take care. They check that the masks are given, distributed, then they have sanitization regularly. Okay, so the safe working environment should be provided by the employer to the employees. When they retire, these workers get pensions as well. In contrast, Kamal works in an unorganized sector. The unorganized sector is characterized by small and scattered units which are largely outside the control of the government. So they don't have control of government. That means the rules and regulations are not followed. The employer here are not abide with the rules and regulations of the government. Jobs here are low paid and often not regular. There is no provision of overtime, paid leaves, holidays, leave due to sickness, etc. Employment is not secure. People can be asked to leave without any reason, just because the employer feel that okay, this person is not working properly, he can be fired, can be asked to leave the job. Okay, he can hire some other person on his place, his or her place. Okay, when there is less work, such as during some seasons, some people may be asked to leave. So seasonal jobs are also there. Those are also those people. Seasonal laborers also do come under the unorganized sector. A lot also depends on the whim of the employer, wish of the employer. This sector includes a large number of people who are employed on their own doing small jobs such as selling on the street or doing repair work, a cobbler, a vegetable vendor, a fruit vendor. Okay, all these people come under unorganized sector. See, even the mechanic, the cycle mechanic, and all those people also do come under this. Okay. Similarly, farm workers on their own and hire laborers as and when they require. Okay. So this was all about today's PPT as well as the textbook stuff. Also, do find this. See, let's work out these. So you have to like you have first few questions are there which you have to say whether they come under organized sector or an unorganized sector. So if it is not unorganized, of course it will be organized. Okay, do solve this and also see to it that you have the answers to or do the activities on the second, third and fourth question. Okay, activity in this is see read out the fourth one, the table below. So you have to observe the table and also see to it that you find the answers for the given questions below. Okay.
If you like our videos, do share them and subscribe to our channel. If you want awesome quizzes, write to us. Keep watching and keep learning with Walnut.